Hey, and what is going on? Alright, this time we're going to start covering functions in MATLAB. So, for your 14th tutorial, we're going to learn how to quickly implement stuff built into MATLAB that allows us to do things like calculate the values for sine and cosine and hyperbolic sine and cosine and exponential stuff, but um, yeah, enough talk. Let's take a look and see what we can do here. All right. Well, first, from the command window, let's say we wanted to go ahead and see what functions are available to us in MATLAB. Well, this f of x right next to where we type in our statements, click on that guy, and if mathematics isn't already open, click on mathematics, and we're going to look at the elementary math functions, and in particular exponential and trigonometric. There are a lot of other functions in here and built into MATLAB, and you can examine and walk through these and see what you need, but just this should be enough to just get you going for now. So if we open up the trigonometric folder, so you can see all the trigonometric functions are here, and these are the ones that we can use that are built into MATLAB. And A, meaning arc, or the inverse, cosine, it also gives us the ability to compute these values or compute these functions with in degrees or in radians. And if you see a D at the end of the function, that means in degrees. So why don't we go ahead and select one of these guys. Let's say we'll use cosine, but we'll use the cosine function with respect to degrees. So, since it's a function, we need to provide it a value. And if we wanted to say compute the cosine of 45 degrees, just type in our number of degrees and voila, we get our value back. And we see that the cosine of 45 degrees is 0.7071, I suppose. Alright, well, you can go back in here and this time do it in radians, I guess. So, say we want the cosine of 0 radians, get 1 back. If we want to repeat this portion of the code, remember all we have to do is press up or go over here to the command window and drag and drop or double click. Anyways, so if we type in, let's see, pi divided by 2, we should get 0 for cosine, right, in radians. Yeah, pretty close to 0, right? 10 to the negative 17. Anyhow, okay. So we can do this within the command window pretty easily just by clicking on this f of x button. Now, if we were building a function or a script, if we wanted to call a particular function, or if we didn't remember what functions are available to us when we're programming and developing our functions in MATLAB, all we have to do is right click, and when we right click, go down to function browser, and again we have all our options available to us, and whatever else you need other than just dealing with the trigonometric and exponential, we can search through here and see if there's something that might be handy. For example, if you do a lot of work with complex numbers, this would be a good folder to take a look at, taking conjugates and finding the angles and what have you. But anyways, let's open up this exponential folder now, and I don't know, why don't we this time call common log. So here's our common log function, and we can provide it a value, say common log of 10, and then, oh, well, we need to format our function again, of course. So this function is going to have no return values and no provided values, no arguments. And we'll give it a name. We'll call it, I don't know, a function. Good enough, right? Okay, well, so we save this guy, and by default, again, it names the function after the name we gave it, and it saves as a file under the current working directory, which is the MATLAB folder, unless you changed it. So, let's go ahead and run this function, and as you can see, it outputs our value of 1, because 10 raised to the question mark power equals 10, or equals 1. Well, anyways, that's how you would call a function, or find out what your functions are, what's available, the function browser. So, anyhow, this is pretty much a quick explanation on what functions are available to you. Maybe just before I go, I'll throw in one more example. Let's say our popular log, our len space, we start with a value of 1 and with a value of 10. Say we want 10 values between those two numbers, and let's go ahead and assign that to a. So a is a multi-valued variable containing values 1 through 10, and we can plug that back into our function. Say, I don't know, this time instead of log 10, why don't we just use the natural log, which is just log in MATLAB, just so you believe me here. Right click and function browser, we have natural log, and provide the argument of a, values 1 through 10. Save this guy, run it, and it gives us the value of log for all the different values that we gave it that are contained within a. You can also find more information regarding that function if you are to type out the name of the function and your opening parentheses. Once you add your opening parentheses, you have this little drop-down menu, and it says more help. You pull that up, and it tells you all about the things you can do with that function. And it also references some other functions you can go to. But yeah, this is pretty much how you find your functions and what's available to you in MATLAB. And this pretty much concludes this tutorial. Well, until the next one, take it easy.